Hey, it's Sunday, November the 9th, 2025. My name is Thom, and this is your AmCon and ReadyCorps Daily Brief. On today's show, why service is the heartbeat of ReadyCorps and the reason preparedness really matters. But first, let's get grounded with what matters now. Your ASAT team's daily sit-rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit-Rep for November the 9th, 2025. Up first today, the Veterans Administration has been ordered to improve care performance without new resources amid a surge in critical staff departures nationwide. The VA has lost thousands of healthcare personnel, including physicians and nurses, over the past 9 months. This has resulted in increased patient wait times and a growing reliance on a community care program, which allows veterans to seek treatment at non-VA facilities. While supported by many, the program faces criticism for inconsistent oversight and rising costs. Veterans are encouraged to seek help from veteran advocates and organizations like the American Legion to navigate and access benefits. In other news, the Trump administration has reached a deal with major pharmaceutical companies to cut costs of GLP-1 weight loss drugs, potentially reducing monthly expenses to as low as $50 for many Medicare, Medicaid, and cash-paying patients. These medications not only aid weight loss, but also improve overall health. However, the actual benefit will depend on how quickly coverage policies are updated and patients' eligibility for the drugs. Switching gears to automotive safety, Honda has issued a voluntary recall of 406,000 Civic vehicles from model years 2016 to 2021 due to a risk of wheel detachment caused by a manufacturing defect. Although no accidents or injuries have been reported, owners are advised to have their vehicles inspected promptly at authorized dealers. Where necessary, repairs will be made free of charge. Turning to social and economic issues, the National Food Assistance System is under severe strain due to record demand, a prolonged federal government shutdown, halted USDA food deliveries, and suspended November SNAP benefits. Millions of households, including federal workers, face acute food insecurity. Food banks across the country are overwhelmed and operating in disaster response mode, with states like New York and California deploying emergency funds and resources to support relief efforts. Individuals in need should call 211 for assistance. On the topic of public safety, there is ongoing potential for civil unrest and protests across various locations. The public is advised to remain vigilant, practice situational awareness, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the ISAT team through regional communication channels. Planned protests today include rallies in Durango, Colorado, and various locations in California, as well as vigils in Brooklyn, New York. Looking ahead to the week, notable events include the ongoing South Region Adventure Challenge in Milburn, Oklahoma through today, focusing on preparedness skills like first aid and water treatment. Upcoming later this month are free immunity-building workshops in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia on November 15th and 19th, teaching natural remedies to boost health during cold and flu season. Also on November 15th, Broward County, Florida, will host a monthly meetup discussing preparedness mindset. Weather-wise, a frigid air mass is descending into the central United States this weekend and will spread eastward by Monday. Expect snowy, very cold, and windy conditions from the northern plains to the Great Lakes. Critical fire weather is forecast for southern Texas today. Showers and scattered strong to severe thunderstorms are expected from the Great Lakes to New England and south into the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. A stronger storm system will move through the Pacific Northwest, plains, and eastern U.S. over the weekend into Monday, bringing strong winds, rainfall, and significant temperature drops. Space weather alerts remain in effect following a strong solar flare detected today. Members can access the American Contingency Members-Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
So after a week of talking about families and teams and hometowns, it's easy to focus on the systems and forget the soul behind it all. But the truth is, preparedness has always been about something bigger than gear, training, and checklists. It's about service. When you strip preparedness down to its core, that's what remains, service. Not charity, not pity, just people helping other people, because that's what community is supposed to look like. The people who thrive in crisis aren't the ones who stock the most. They're the ones that give the most. When they see a problem, they don't freeze, they act. They don't wait for someone else to fix it. They step in, even when no one is watching. And that's why ReadyCorps exists. Not to create a hierarchy or a club, but to kind of awaken that instinct for service that's already in every one of us. Whether you're running a neighborhood team, checking on an elderly neighbor, or teaching your kids to plan ahead, every act of readiness is really an act of service. Think about what we've built so far. Strong families, connected neighborhoods, real hometowns. Each one builds on the next, not just in capability, but also in character. Because when you start serving others, you rediscover what it means to belong. And that is the spirit of ReadyCorps. Service isn't just what we do, it's who we are. And it's how we rebuild the world around us, one family, one neighborhood, and one hometown at a time. So today, I want you to take just 10 minutes and reach out to someone, not to ask for help, but to offer it. Maybe it's a neighbor or a friend. Maybe it's just somebody you barely know. Preparedness is not about self-preservation. It's about shared strength. Thanks for listening to today's AmCon Daily Brief. Members can dive into more resources on the members-only website or on your phone app. Not a member yet? Visit AmericanContingency.com to join the network. And don't forget, share this episode with a friend, family, or neighbor who needs to hear it. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.